Hello, staff and community members. My name is Jacqueline Young, and I'm the principal here at Pathways in Education. Today, I'm here to briefly talk with you about religious expression in our schools. Recently, in a Supreme Court case in 2022, Kennedy versus Bremerton School District, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that school staff have the right to engage in private religious expression, even if it's visible to others, as long as it's not part of their official duties or coercive towards students. This is an important shift in how we understand our rights as educators. The decision was a 6-3 in support of Coach Joseph Kennedy. The court stated that Kennedy's praying was considered private speech, not government speech, and he was protected by the free speech and free exercise clause of the First Amendment. The court stated that a proper understanding of the Establishment Clause must avoid discriminating against religious speech. Just because the coach was praying on school property, schools cannot forbid religious expression, even if it's visible to others. For us, this means that staff are allowed to participate in religious expressions, like a quiet prayer, if it's truly voluntary and not part of classroom or school activities. However, staff should not lead students in religious activities during work duties or create a pressure for students to participate. Our district policies are designed to protect both religious freedom and rights of all students to feel comfortable and respected at school. And to support these principles, we will provide clear written guidelines about religious expression, do annual trainings so staff understand their rights and responsibilities, and communicate openly with parents and community members to maintain our trust and transparency. At our school, we are committed to honoring individual freedoms while creating a safe, inclusive environment for everyone. Just as Coach Kennedy was allowed to express his faith in a personal, non-disruptive way, our staff and students also have the right to participate in private religious expression. No one is forced or pressured to participate in a religious activity. Everyone is treated with respect, regardless of their beliefs or their backgrounds, and the policies are clearly defined between personal expression and school-sponsored activities. Protecting these rights is super important, and it models democratic values and teaching our students how to live in a diverse, respectful society. Ethical behavior starts with understanding boundaries and respecting others. So we are training our staff to understand how and when religious expression is appropriate, so they don't unintentionally cross those lines. This helps avoid misunderstandings and promotes our school culture built on mutual respect. Communicating clearly and respectful about sensitive topics, creating classrooms where all voices are heard, and practicing transparency in a decision-making and upholding our students' rights are all important values that we hold here at Pathways. We believe that character and education is central to student success and human flourishing. That means helping students reflect on values like compassion, justice, courage, and respect for differences, including religious beliefs. This court decision was a reminder that people's values come from a wide range of sources, whether it be our family, our culture, our religion, but we must create spaces for students to understand their own identities and appreciate others for their diversity. Together, we'll integrate character development into curriculum and dialogue and help students understand themselves and how that can shape them into a productive member of society. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate your time and have a great afternoon. Thank you.